Maverick fans, welcome to this week's episode of Chattin Mavericks, the official fan podcast of all things Maverick hockey.
This podcast is brought to you in partnership with Pulltab Sports. Check them out on your favorite social media platforms at Pulltab Sports and online at pulltabsports.com. What's up, Maverick Nation? Thank you for tuning in to Season 2, Episode 4 of the Chattin Mavericks podcast. We are here to talk about all things Maverick hockey with the split in Omaha, an interview with a former Wisconsin Badger turned Maverick, and of course, a preview of the most anticipated series since the departure of Mike Hastings and company. I'm joined today, as always, by former student section leader Colin Judding, and of course, the man, the myth, the legend, the Maverick hockey Twitter legend, that is Big Bag of Knuckles. Chad, how are we doing, fella?
I'm doing great. We had a busy weekend. Austin had his last cross-country meet of the year. They finished well. He had to finish in the top 9 to make it into the sections for the team, for varsity, which was a long shot. He usually finishes 11th or 12th, and he was 12th, I believe, for the team. So his season is done, and we're just going right into hockey. Had a game last night. Got the dub 5-1. Team looks great. It's going to be a fun season. A lot of fun parents. We had a great time. Let's go.
It's kind of a perfect transition, from fall sports to winter sports. I remember when I was in high school, depending on how deep we went into playoffs, I was doing some captain's practices for hockey and playing soccer at the same time. It was it got busy quick.
I would have to do football practice and then go to J Gold practice or a game, and I'd go to football the next day and be like, I was so much, my body was just in ruins.
More ruins than your new tattoos, Juts. How are we doing, Mr. Judding, former student section fearless leader?
Juddy Roll.
Juddy Roll on Twitter.
We're doing great. Only got 2.5 days to teach this week, and then I get really, really inebriated with Big Bag and Madison this weekend. So
yep, babe.
That's huge. That's huge.
Looking forward to that. Not too much else is new. Just living.
Yeah, I got the St. Thomas game on. A guy just got absolutely clapped. Yeah. Love to see that. Anyway,
that's why I stopped talking to. So
anyway, I am so beyond jealous that you guys get to be on the fan bus. I obviously can't wait for my best buddy's wedding. You know, that's kind of a big deal. Hopefully it's his only one. Shout out Joey and Maya. Congratulations in advance. But yeah, I am very jealous that you guys get to be on the fan bus with all of Maverick Nation, stay in the hotel, stay there for 2 days. That's going to be a blast that I get to miss out on. So, but I got to shout out, my brother's soccer team. They upset Faribault in the section. I guess that'd be the semifinals. So in the semifinals, they were the number 5 seed. Faribault was the number 1 seed, and they beat them 4-0. So completely dominated. No doubt. Yeah, it was an insane game. Got to shout out my brother. Unfortunately, he had one goal, which was the second one, which was pretty important. Like, it was right after the first one too. So it really kind of, set the tone. And then I think he had an assist as well. But probably the play of the game, if you guys know anything about soccer, a penalty kick is kind of a guaranteed goal. I'd say like 95% of the time they're scoring. And Faribault had a penalty kick off a crazy play, kids shoving, whatever, in the box with like 2 minutes left in the first half. Beautiful save, saves the PK. We go into the half up 2-0, or I think it was 3-0 at that point, and then we got one more in the third, but in the second half, and we took her home. So that was pretty dope.
Or something.
So they're playing in the championship. In what's cool, Winona is hosting it, so they're playing in the championship in Winona on Tuesday in front of a home crowd. So it's the first time that could happen here, I think, ever in Winona. So that's pretty sick. So I'm going to be a little bit of an asphalt cowboy. I'm going to Winona after work on Tuesday, coming back to Mankato, working Wednesday, and then I got Thursday and Friday off for the wedding and for the Mavs series. So that'll be driving on Thursday, be driving to Madison, and then back to Mankato on Friday for the wedding. So it's gonna be a little bit of a little bit of a nice time spent on I-90 and 14, but it's all part of the game, right? So we're pumped. It's gonna be sick.
You can have the
Lot
Mavs
going
flag
on.
flying.
I'm kind of debating pulling up with the Mavs flag. The problem is I'm picking up my entire family. What do you say, boys? I mean, should we hop into news here? We don't have a ton in our quick shots segment here. Maverick Made episode 1 is out on YouTube. I checked that out. You guys, I liked it. I thought it was a cool.
I got
definitely
I got like halfway through it.
Juts.
It was 10 minutes.
I was busy yesterday.
Yeah. Jam-packed
so
schedule.
Yeah, so Juts has not watched
I was
the whole.
I was sitting in a chair getting stabbed over and over a lot yesterday.
Well, you could have watched it during the tattoo.
I tried, and then the pain was too much, so I just started playing Clash.
Yeah, so when you want to distract it, whatever. Anyway, Maverick Made episode 1 is out on YouTube. Big Bag. I mean, I liked it. I think you said you liked it too. It's more of like an intro episode than anything, I think, but it seemed pretty dope. So
yeah, I thought it was great. I've been wishing for this for years. I mean, North Dakota does the Through These Doors kind of similar thing.
yeah,
I've been wanting the Mavs to do it for forever, and I thought it was great. I don't know how many episodes they're doing or how often it's going to be, but I would love to see like some Hard Knocks type, behind the scenes kind of goofiness between the players and just watching them, hang out with each other.
Yeah.
Mix that in with kind of that produced, interviews and kind of more documentary style thing. But overall, I thought it was super cool. It was cool. They had Tracy and Wheeler mic'd up during practice. It was fun to listen to them.
Sweet.
Nice to see what they'll do with it
too.
Yeah. I thought that was AI. That was TJ?
The AI announcer. No, it was nice to hear him on there. I think he tweeted
Shout
out
out
Twitter.
BC.
Can't get you can't get rid of me that easily. So that was pretty dope. It was nice to see. But no, I liked it. Juts, when you get around to finishing it next month, let us know what you thought, and we'll come back.
I just like to watch them all at once. So like once they're all out, I'll watch all of them in like an hour.
Oh, okay, got it.
That's
Binge watch.
I'll watch them on the bus.
Alex Tracy invited to the Spengler Cup. I mean, kind of thought this was going to happen. I think we all hoped it did. Obviously, we talked a little bit about this in some previous episodes, but it's hosted by the Swiss professional team HC Davos each year from December 26th to the 31st. So he'll be over there. I think they're guaranteed 4 games with a possibility of 6 games, depending on how far they go. So Canada is also sending a team. So, but he'll be on the college hockey selects. So shout out to Tracy. Pretty cool to see him getting some representation there.
Is that a U.S. team or just college hockey team?
College hockey select. So it's all, I mean, it would be I'm assuming they're just picking the best college hockey players and that they're sending them over. So should be pretty interesting to see how they stack up.
Have they announced like their other goalies? Like, is Augustine going or anything?
I don't know. I tried to look around for a roster somewhere online. I couldn't find one, so maybe I'm just completely missing it. But
I think if I remember correctly, Tracy was like one of the first people named.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of what I saw.
They have a full roster yet, and when I was talking to Tracy about it, I was like, like your competition? He goes, no, not really. So
okay,
I was like asking him if he's going to miss any Maverick games and stuff, and he said depends on like how many games I play and if I need rest at all.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the dates are kind of during, I believe, what would be that Christmas break. So there shouldn't be. But I guess, we're playing in the
Cactus Cup.
The Cactus.
When
is the Cactus Cup?
I think it's before Christmas. Let's see.
The Cactus Cup? It's like January 3rd or something, 2nd.
Yeah. So
he should be back for that, but he might, like you said, depends. Like if he starts all 6 games, which he probably won't, he's probably not going to play in the Cactus Cup.
Got it. So yeah, I mean that's obviously speculation. We'll kind of see what comes of it timing wise. But anyway, shout out Alex Tracy. Congratulations there. The new Jays officially released. Fucking sick. I mean, I love them. I think they're amazing. I mean, what were your guys' kind of thoughts? Big Bag, like right when they released them, pretty sweet video. Scoots nailed that. I mean,
I mean, you kind of had a hunch of what they're going to look like when the vintage jerseys came out through Lunch Bucket, but they're just absolutely filthy. I think they're going to be I hope they do the auction. I never ever get a jersey in the auction, and I almost feel bad if I do because I'm sure family members are trying to get them. But
Yeah, most of the time it is family members. Oh,
yeah,
no,
but I
that
hope they do
Discord.
put those up for auction. I
Yeah.
mean, those would be cool to have. But I mean, in the meantime, you can get pretty darn
The
close to what
customized-
those look like
Yeah.
off of the Lunch Bucket site. So if you haven't already, go check it out.
Yeah, and we checked out. Me and Juts were down at the puck drop event. We got there pretty late, just with work. I had to stay at work a little bit longer than I wanted to, but got there pretty late. Checked out the new line change lager, which is by, I think it's Prize Brewery.
They're good 16
Yeah,
ounces, which I like more than the 12 ounces.
they got pounders this year. So
I wonder if they're going to be like
$10
$10 though. I guess we didn't pay for them.
We
so
didn't,
know how
but
much
we
they
did
were.
hear it's a quarter a can goes back to the program and the players. So
so it's more than 10 cents.
Yes,
now.
so quarter a can was kind of the.
So now I can actually make a difference with my drinking. Now I only have to drink 4 to get
There
$1.
you go.
My alcoholism's going to go down this year. I was trying to get to $1 every game, and I'd leave with 10 beers. It didn't go well.
It's all for the kids. So no, that was pretty sweet. But we checked out the lunch bucket thing there. They had a booth set up, and even like the sublimate jerseys, like it's nice stuff. The lunch bucket stuff it's high quality.
Yeah,
I think you're going to be happy. Whether you go with the sublimated, I went with the tackled twill.
I did too.
And I did hear from a little birdie that they don't ask questions about what you want on that back plate. So
nope. All he said was,
yeah,
if you bought it, I'll make it. So,
yeah, he's like,
I think the only thing he said
I think
is
it's funny.
like really bad. Like if you just put like, fuck. I don't know if that would work, but like I should have tried it. Just like I should have put like fuck, just like on the back of it, just for fun.
Yeah, you should have. So, but anyway,
I put Mankato State on the back of mine.
Oh no,
no, I'm totally kidding.
But anyway, so yeah, that was pretty dope. Puck drop event was awesome. Sounds like there's a ton of people down there. Like I said, we got there late. Yeah. But they, everyone was pretty much out on the ice skating by the time we got there, so we were able to get our
Did you
pizza
skate?
ranch. No, I didn't get asked to skate again. Sticking to the microphone like Coach told me to. So, unfortunately,
was it invite only?
Well, no, I was hoping I could skate as a player. But
Jesus,
just not.
Yeah, me too.
Just not good. Well, I was also kind of worried that if I stepped on the ice, Psychos would be waiting for me to fire one off my dome. So I was like, I would stay away. So, but yeah, so that was a lot of fun. And then last thing here, this is fresh in from the athletic department. Buy your fast pass. You need to do it by Friday. That is the deadline. Not going to be open after that. They need to know that for
4 times.
The
buy your fast pass.
Shut the fuck up, Juts. That is the final due date deadline. No extensions from Professor there. You got to get it in because they need to know for the next week who needs fast passes for the RPI series. So get your fast pass. It is the cheapest way, easiest way to get your tickets to every home game for the rest of the year. I think it's $65 this year. It's a killer deal.
That's insane.
Yeah, season tickets of Division I hockey team. Doesn't get much better than that. I don't know. You guys got anything on getting your fast pass? Get her done. Check it out.
Fast pass. It's the best deal, like Cap said, in college hockey.
Yeah,
there's nothing better than being able to watch this level of hockey for what is it like? I think it comes out to like now like $3 a game or something like that if you go make a playoff run.
Yeah, so we'll have to hire a math guy to figure that one out. But
a big math guy.
But yeah, what do you say, boys? Should we throw it over to the first series breakdown of the year?
Let's do it.
All right. It is now time for the Mankato Play It Again Sports Series Breakdown. Shoot and score at Play It Again Sports. Stop by your locally owned sporting goods store serving southern Minnesota for over 25 years. Whether you're looking for used gear, new gear, they've got you covered. Hockey, baseball, softball, golf, wrestling, volleyball, and more. Don't forget to bring in your used but not used up sports equipment for credit towards your next purchase or cash. Thank you to Play It Again Sports for sponsoring the Chattin Mavericks podcast. Let's hop into it, guys. Friday. First game of the year, first game jitters were definitely out there. I think, it was a 6-2 loss, courtesy of the Omaha Mavericks. I'm going to run through the box score here quickly, and then we'll kind of discuss things. But first period, Sawyer Scholl kicks things off 20 seconds into the game, which was pretty dope. Assisted by Finn Williams. That was a awesome start to the game. And then less than a minute later, UNO ties it up, and that's how things stood for the rest of the first period. And then in the second period, UNO got 2 goals, one about 4 minutes in, and one about with 3-ish minutes left. And then in the third period, UNO gets a goal pretty early on the power play that carried over from the last period. Liam Watkins gets one on a 5-on-3 advantage for Mankato, make things a little bit interesting there. And then not there very much longer, less than a minute again. UNO gets another one, and then they get the empty net to put up the 6 on us. Some penalties here and there, nothing super crazy, especially in the first. Both teams are kind of feeling each other out a little bit. And then in the second period, lots of penalties. There looks like 3 for Mankato, 2 for UNO. And then we definitely got our chances on the power play in the third period with 3 UNO penalties, but couldn't get it done. The stat that jumps out to me here, guys, expected goals. 7.5 for Mankato, 3.1 for UNO, 49 shots on goal by the Mavericks, 24 by Omaha. I'll throw it over to you guys. It sucks that it was the first game, and that's kind of how it went, but it's weird because defense was, I'd say, more of the problem than offense was, and that was kind of the opposite going into it. Big Bag, what did you kind of take away from the game? It was an odd first game. I guess I'd just say that.
Yeah, it was very clear that was our first game of the season, and it was their third. Like that was clear from the get-go. The stats and everything, everybody was telling me, well, they hit 49 shots on goal. Yeah, there were a lot of good things that happened, and the expected goals, that's all well and good. I have a hard time buying into those next gen stats.
Yeah.
It completely takes out the human element. I don't care how many goals a computer said we were expected to score. The
AI.
Kenny Mayne used to say, games aren't played on paper, they're played inside television sets. And there's such a human element to the game that what we are expected to do is not even gonna come close to happening. Like you can't have Laka Doji, Laka Naga not going to work here anymore. You can't have him out of the net and then whiff when the puck is. It just can't happen. Like there was some rust to shake off. We knew they were going to shake off the rust. Nobody's worried about if you're worried about the Mavericks this season after that game, like get out of here. I don't even want to talk to you because
Lake State could always use new fans.
Yeah. Yes, totally valid. Like everything's going to be fine. There was a lot to be happy with. There was a lot where you were just like, woof. Like Danny Myers sent us a couple screenshots of some defensive positioning where we were just like, woof. And that's okay. Like that was the result of not having an exhibition game against, whoever, even if it is Manitoba or the US development team, whatever. And we'll get into game 2, but like everything, it was okay. Like I was pissed. We haven't been shit kicked like that in years.
I know.
And it took me a half hour or so. It took me a drink and a half hour of just staring at the wall to be like, all right, that happened. I'm not worried about it. Let's move on.
Yeah, you tweeted out too. I was like, damn, big Bag's down really bad. Then all of a sudden I see a tweet. All right, we're back. We're fine. It's like, okay, now I feel better.
Big
that's the way I work.
Man.
I am. Like
I mean
Big Bag cries a lot now.
Yeah, no, I was the same way. I was pacing back and forth in my little bonus room here. I'm like, what the fuck? Like 6-2 in the first game,
I was sitting in Mavericks trying not to make a scene, and then I had to leave after the second period because I was like, I'm gonna start crying.
Well, just that whole game was such a roller coaster too, because it's like we would score and I'd be pumped about it, like, okay, we got a game here, and then they'd score right away. It happened twice. It happened on the first goal. It happened on the obviously the other goal too. Like they just scored immediately, and I was like, God. Like I think I remember just yelling, like, "Can't we have something?" Just I was pissed. Before I throw it to you, Juts, a couple of positives I wrote down from the game. Murr hasn't missed a beat. I mean, he talk about knocking off the rust. He looked unbelievable.
Yeah.
He kept the puck in the O zone a couple of times on the power play and even at even strength, where I'm like, I don't know how that didn't leave the blue line. I'm sure Omaha was feeling the same way because he looked unbelievable. He was breaking up plays. He looked great. I thought the power play looked really well. We didn't capitalize, like you said, big bag whiffing on shots here and there, just kind of those first game jitters and just shit that's going to happen in the first game. And, that's hockey, right? So, but I thought the power play actually looked really well, moved the puck really well. I think that's, that stick skill that Strand's been talking about. I think it was on a little bit of display there, definitely better on Saturday. But like you said, just blown coverages, stuff was just, I mean, there was some of those screenshots that Dan Meyer sent were just like, oh my goodness, Strand's gonna be all over this in video. So
Sure.
And I mean, and like we said, when we made mistakes, we paid for every single one of them. So I mean, Juts, you were watching at Mavericks. I mean, what were your kind of takeaways quickly from Friday? Your microphone is not working, fella.
Oh, I hit the mute button.
Jesus Christ. Turn your echo down a little bit too, why don't you?
It was this was the first game that I thought our defense looked bad. Like all last year, I was like, this game, like that game was on the offense. That was the first game where I'm like, our defense kind of got kicked. They couldn't clear the front of the net. There was just too many pucks laying there, which last year they would have been to the corners, or Tracy would have grabbed them. So like Big Wig said, a lot of rust there early. And then what else was I gonna say? Murr, because last year it took Murr to like the middle of the year to be like, oh, there's Murr, he's doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see him like making a difference on weekend 1 instead of like weekend 6 this year, which is definitely necessary for us this year if we're gonna be successful on both ends of the ice.
What was the vibe at Mavericks?
I was like 12 beers deep, so it was pretty good.
Blurry,
yeah.
Checks out.
It was busy, but like people like it was like me, and then Doyle randomly spawned in. It was me and a couple of like it was parents' weekend, so my buddy, his parents, his girlfriend, and her parents. It was just us, like the only ones that actually cared about the game. Everyone else was just like there. Which I thought was weird, but
interesting.
Yeah.
Senior downtown correspondent Juddy Roll tapping in there to the downtown life here in Mankato, Minnesota. I mean, enough to be said about Friday. It was the first game. You try not to put too much into it. Obviously, just seeing that score. I guess I'll say this: watching the St. Thomas game at the same time, and they lost to an NCHC team 6-2 as well. St. Thomas was completely outclassed. St. Thomas did not belong on the same ice as North Dakota. They looked horrible. Pulled their
watching this game now. They don't look like they belong out there.
Yeah,
it's 1-0, and they don't look like they belong out there.
They're getting bodied at Grand Casino Arena as well. So
the G spot,
the G spot. They are not that those games. Although the scores are the same, I don't think it's worth worrying like a St. Thomas fan would be with all the pregame hype they're getting. But I'll give to Omaha. Omaha looks decent this year. I think they're going to be towards the top of the NCHC. They definitely look like they're going to, like, it could be them, North Dakota, and Western possibly at the top. So they look decent this year. I'll give them that. But let's move on to Saturday. If you guys got nothing more on Friday, 4-1 win. Mavericks bounce back. The Purple Mavericks, as the broadcast was saying, which drove me absolutely fucking insane.
I fucking hated that.
I almost turned off it, and didn't help that he's eating his microphone the whole time too.
Jeez,
like, what did Big Bag say? If I'm going to spend $28, at least don't throw your microphone or something like that.
Yeah, well, the day pass thing on NCHC TV was atrocious. It was
Juts, let's get a quick impression.
That's about right.
Nailed it. That was perfect.
Impression guy, Juddy Roll here on the show today. 4-1 win over Omaha on Saturday. Obviously, about huge bounce back effort. Getting things going nice and early again. Evan Murr scoring on the power play. Nice little assist by Chattin Mavericks guest from last week, Charlie Lurie. Kind of sauced it over. sauced it over to Murr, and Murr just kind of walked in, made that UNO defender his little bitch and sniped it. It was great. Nice little goal. Got things going on the power play. Nothing else in the first period there, except for penalties, guys. Holy shit. I mean, obviously that first goal, minute 18 into the game, Spencer Silva gets a game misconduct and a 5-minute major for contact to the head. That obviously kind of set the tone right away. And then I think there was probably another makeup call in there. Tristan Lemire, he gets his kneeing major, which I thought was complete horseshit right in the middle of the period. That was atrocious call.
The guy turned into him. There's only so much Tristan can do.
Yeah, I didn't understand that one at all. Bonk and Bergmanis got some penalties in there, some 2 minutes for slashing, cross-checking.
12 minutes of penalty minutes. He served both fives.
Yeah, so so he spent his time in the sin bin. And then there's a couple other penalties, 2 on UNO, and then Wheels got an unsportsmanlike conduct. There was coincidental minors there right at the end of the period. I think the ref's trying to take control again. Second period, little less action in the penalty box. Charlie Lurie, though, gets the Chattin Mavericks bump officially rolling on the power play about 4 minutes into the second period there, assisted by Ian Samoza and Luigi Benacasa. So that was dope. And then second period penalties, there's just 3 of them, 2 on UNO, 1 on Mankato. Nothing super crazy to call home about. And then really got kind of chippy in the third period once again. Lots of penalty minutes to go around. Bryce Strand gets a 10 in a game for head contact. Yeah, I didn't necessarily
the stupidest
think
thing a kid could do, especially for a kid that is on the 7th defenseman, his first game in college hockey, and a kid that might fit into the lineup, might not, and then you just two-hand a guy in the forehead. That was just a no-brain move.
Yeah,
the worst time in the
I didn't
game,
think the hit. I didn't think the hit was worthy of a game misconduct. I mean,
it was definitely a 5 for sure.
Gosh, I don't know. I mean, he kind of just put his hands up. Like the guy was coming in to hit him, and he kind of put his hands up and reverse hit. I don't know. I mean, I'm obviously a Maverick homer. I mean, Big Bag, did you see the hit? I mean, what did you think of it?
I think I saw it or saw a replay of it. I'm not really sure. That we had gotten back from the game. I'm not sure if I saw that in time, but honestly, I don't even think I could have seen it. The camera was almost out of the arena. They were like,
that was
dots.
terrible.
Recording from outer space here in Omaha.
So sorry, I don't have a thought there.
No, I mean, Colin, you're right. I mean, timing wise, it couldn't have been worse. Obviously, we're up.
He might not have meant to do it, but here's a goal for North Dakota.
Another one.
He might not have meant to do it, but it's just you can't do it at that time. And then they scored on it to make it 2-1.
Yeah,
the whole game could have flipped on that penalty.
But I will say
down to what? 5 or no? And then we're down 2 guys, so we're playing 2 guys short all night.
Yeah,
the rest of the game.
Yeah, so no, timing could not have been worse. Up 2-0 in the third period, take a 5-minute with halfway through the third. Obviously, that is
the 2-goal lead, the hardest lead in hockey.
About as bad as it gets, but we do get a little bit of a break after they scored on the power play. Shortly thereafter, they got a penalty for interference about 3-ish minutes. So thankfully, we didn't have to spend that whole time on the penalty kill. But on the plus side, our penalty kill looked really good too. Obviously, let up a goal there, but I mean, our penalty kill looked really well or really good. So but no, timing cannot have been worse. I kind of disagree with the call. I didn't think it was that severe. He kind of put his hands up, and
I don't think it was 10 in game. I think it was 5 and sit down for 5.
Okay,
you know what I mean. But it was definitely up high, textbook. Even if you don't mean to do it, you should still.
Yeah, hands made contact with the head. I mean, that's pretty, whatever. But it was. I don't think it was.
It was an excellent flop job on the Red Mavericks.
Yes,
I'm just going to call them the Red Mavericks, if they're going to call us the Purple Mavericks.
They sold the shit out of that play.
Yeah.
But Jacob Sender gets the empty net goal with 30 seconds left or so. He gets the empty net to put things kind of in a nice nice little comforting zone. Then 10 seconds later, Jacob Conrad gets a just normal goal, not an empty net. Nice, almost made a comeback for the Spirit of the Mav trophy there. But fortunately come up short. Spirit of the Mav trophy goes to Omaha, which preseason trophies can spend all the time in Omaha they want. Who cares? So I don't know. What are you guys' takeaways from Saturday? We spent a little bit of time on the penalties there, but in Big Bag, obviously you were a little occupied, but I mean, nice to see the boys bounce back, huh?
Yeah, that was great. Knew they would. Was kind of checking in on the game, in between periods and whatnot at Austin's game. Was really happy with Charlie Lurie and Liam Watkins over the weekend. Both had 2 points.
Charlie had after 13 shots on goal.
Charlie was playing with some fire too. He was angry.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I hope that's not just limited to going back to UNO. I hope that carries on all season because he was really impressive. I absolutely loved it when he scored and just stared down the student section.
Yes.
Right. And
well, did you see the sign they had behind?
They were awful.
Yeah, well, they were awful at first, but they didn't even rhyme. But the one said 24 looks better in red and black or something.
Yeah.
And then he scored, and the sign mysteriously went away.
Yeah, and then the sign mysteriously made its way down from the glass.
Some of the dumbest signs I've ever seen at a sporting event. They were just
expecting nothing less out of
There was
Omaha.
also 15 students, maybe. Horse shit showing.
I mean, the "Hey Ron, where's Hermione" sign. Just somebody sat down and wrote that and was like,
"What the fuck does that even mean?"
I'm bringing this to the game. That was the dumbest sign ever. Don't do a Harry Potter joke at a college hockey. Come on, nerd.
Who the fuck who are they considering is Ron on our team?
What?
Well, Jordan
Ron.
Oh, okay.
Senior roster correspondent Juddy Roll on the program.
Because it's not even spelled the same way. But that's just that's just so stupid. My mind didn't even go there.
I think that's kind of the point that Big Bag's trying to make.
What the fuck?
Anyway,
parents should have pulled out.
All right, there's the makeup play there by Juts. Anyway, just a couple things I wrote down that I wanted to mention. Again, power play looked even better. And obviously we got 4 power play goals, but power play looks unbelievable. PK damn near won the game there towards the end. Just came in clutch when we needed it to, even with a lot of adversity. Lots of penalties. Shit definitely got Western down there. Seems to have that Saturday game felt like it just had more structure. We weren't leaving the front of the net as exposed, even though we gave up more shots. I think Alex Tracy was 29 for 30 on the night. So Tracy bounced back. Look, he made a couple of breakaway saves towards the end of the game, a couple of grade A scoring opportunities during that power play. I mean, he
I gotta go change my pants.
Colin's house is getting broken into right now.
You're okay, Bubba. You're okay.
Whew.
You're okay.
Can we talk about that goal that UNO did score? What happened there?
I'm trying to remember it.
The puck. It was. They reviewed it. They initially waved it off.
Yeah. We should have had a shutout for Tracy. They owe us.
Well, so at first the ref, I think when you see on the overhead, it looks like, so they score, but the ref immediately waves it off, right? And it looks like he's going over there with his whistle. Yeah, with the whistle in his mouth. And I don't know, is it intent to blow the whistle? Is it when you blow the whistle? But then it also looked like it was goaltender interference as well. But a guy pitchforked Tracy into the net. So, I mean, maybe I don't really understand why we didn't challenge. Maybe it was clear that the stick didn't make contact and they had a better angle than us. But
the only thing I could think
that was
is
an
that
odd
the puck was already in the crease.
In the net before Tracy was pushed in. You're saying
that's the only thing I could think.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's a lot of commotion around the net for sure.
It's late enough in the game where why wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I wish we would have, but at the end of the day, luckily it didn't matter. But
yeah. Luckily it didn't cost us anything, in terms of a result. But I mean, that was odd.
As far as the whistle thing, though, was there a rule change or something I'm not aware of where you can? I mean, what are they looking for? If the ref knew if I can't see it, I'm going to blow the whistle. What is he looking for in the video?
It also would have been nice if we could hear what the ref was saying to the arena.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, that was another great feature of NCHC TV is that you couldn't hear a thing of what the refs were explaining. But yeah, no, I didn't. I mean, it's intent to blow the whistle, but it's like, okay, do the refs go there and like, okay, right here, I meant to blow the whistle, but I didn't, so I waved it off. So if that's the case, then this should just be law, right? Like that was the play was dead. So why even review it? I guess like if you're going immediately like this, you're waving it off right away. Like why even go review it? Because you know that you meant to blow your whistle and you didn't. My thought was they were reviewing for goaltender interference. That was my first thought.
That's what I was thinking too. But if they had no goal, then they would have just I don't know.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
It was very bizarre.
They were trying to give them a fighting chance.
So, something like that. So, but no, Tracy looked unbelievable. Offense was right where it was on Friday. Just we were able to capitalize on a couple more shots. Defense obviously bounced back to look great. I mean, complete role reversal from the night before. UNO I'd say had more chances. Their goaltender kept things close, but not as much as factors the night before. Definitely got goalied on that first night though. I mean, that was he for 50 shots. I mean, he played pretty unreal. So
it's okay, buddy.
I don't know. I mean, you guys got anything more on the weekend before we kind of look around at some other scores in the CCHA?
Nope.
I mean, we have no choice but to hope Omaha does well. You kind of touched on that earlier. I mean, now that's what you have to do with a road split is hope that team has a good season.
Yeah,
so
no,
we'll
absolutely.
be watching. Don't fuck it up, Omaha.
We won't be watching on NCHC TV, but we will be watching scores.
No, canceled my subscription already. $38 to watch those two poorly put together games. You got to be kidding me.
Just robbery, highway robbery. Hopping into the CCHA scores. Thursday, upset of the fucking century. Ferris State Bulldogs beat the defending national champions on banner night 3-2.
Yep.
What the fuck is going on there?
I said CCHA's back, and then we proceeded to go 0-8 the next night. So
yeah, I think I tweeted out CCHA will have 3 teams in the national tournament this year, and it got a lot of attention and got a lot of retweets on Saturday. So that was sick.
Yeah. They made us eat that real quick when no one fucking won a game. So
yeah, that was
roll CCHA.
Anything on that one, Big Bag, before we hop to the Friday scores?
No, I feel bad for Drunk Buster. That was probably a tough one to watch for him, but
that was the first game coming off a national championship. He's fine.
Yeah,
they just won the Natty last year. They can lose to Ferris once.
They were still hungover from the national championship.
Probably, I believe it.
Their 2 best players are on the Mavericks now. So
true. There you go. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Or sitting in the AHL because he didn't make the NHL roster. So
that's true.
Fuck you, bump.
Juts is firing today. Going into Friday here, Bowling Green loses 2-0 to Niagara University.
Oh.
So the best recruiting class in the country is not looking so hot right now.
That's crazy.
Michigan Tech, Northern Michigan Wildcats losing 2-5 to Ohio State University, the home of our dearly departed friend Adam Isley. Obviously Western bouncing back, but Ferris making things closer than they probably should be against the defending national champs. Western bounces back, beats Ferris 4-6 on Friday, 6-4, I guess I should say.
Hampton he kind of beat cheeks now.
It kind of interesting scores there. We'll have to maybe watch Ferris a little bit this year, just to see what they're up to. Lake State versus Lindenwood, tight one there. Lake State losing to Lindenwood 5-4. Obviously, this is a terrible night for the CCHA. Augustana losing to UMD 4-1. Obviously, we talked about the Mavericks score. Bemidji State losing to St. Cloud. Was that one in overtime or was that normal? Was that regulation? 2-3. So
finishing
another CCHA loss, and then St. Thomas getting absolutely bodied by University of North Dakota 6-2. Could have been a lot more from what I saw, especially after Trotter actually played okay when he went in when the game was over. So that was pretty cool.
Trotter, you mean or was it
Trotter?
Oh yeah,
Trotter.
Trotter is the
Trotter.
I love it how Trotter's not starting anymore. He got his net taken away by this new guy. Awesome.
No
Fuck you, Mr. Trotter. Call me a bad word again. See what happens.
Big Bag, you got anything on the Friday scores there? Anything jump out to you?
Nothing we haven't already covered. I would like to call out that my niece goes to UND. She goes to North Dakota, and I have turned her into a college hockey. I've turned her into a college hockey fan, and I'm super proud of that. She has been to every home game, and she absolutely loves it. So even though it is the Sioux, I mean, we got a college hockey fan in the family, which I'm super happy about.
That's sweet. Well, hopefully we play them while is she a freshman? Does she just start?
Yeah.
So hopefully we
no, she's a sophomore.
Sophomore. Well, hopefully we play them here. You do like a little family reunion at the Ralph or in Mankato or something.
That'd be sick.
Sweet. But yeah, going into Saturday, Northern Michigan getting swept by the fuck are you laughing at, Juds?
Jeez, dude.
Did you fart?
No. Fella. Dude. All right. Moving on.
Juts' long-lost boyfriend, Adam Isley, scores a goal for Ohio
State. Game winner, too, baby.
Game winner for Ohio State University against Northern Michigan. Northern gets swept, so Wildcats and taking early season Wildcat form there. Bowling Green losing to Niagara 2-5.
What?
Bowling Green getting swept once again, so this WHL experiment for Bowling Green apparently isn't working out so hot early in the season here against some pretty terrible hockey programs. Lake State losing to Lindenwood 4-7. Bemidji losing to St. Cloud 2-4. Obviously, a pretty scary situation that game with Flaming going down. Kind of an odd hit in the corner, but Stretcher came out. He gave the thumbs up as he's rolling off. Definitely a scary situation. You don't want to see that. So we hope that he's doing all right and that he'll be able to make a return to the ice, and he's not, there's nothing super long term. So, but that was, once we saw that on Twitter, I threw the game on right away. It's like, yeah, that does not look great. So, but then Augustana coming back, bouncing back, giving the CCHA a little bit of hope and pairwise here. Augustana beating University of Minnesota Duluth 4-0, and then obviously the Mavericks bounce back and beat Nebraska 4-1. University of Nebraska Omaha 4-1. So. Big Bag, anything on the Saturday scores here? Obviously, only one game on Sunday, which is going on as we speak. As of right now, is it 2-0 right now, Jets? 1-0? Oh, they called it back. As of right now, it's 1-0 UND. It's the end of the first. Big Bag, anything you got on Saturday?
I mean, I guess if I'm going to play we don't need to get worried about anything about the Mavericks card, I guess I got to play it across the whole conference. So, I mean, we still got a long way to figure things out. But I would say that I was very surprised by Lake State losing to Lindenwood. I think Damon Witten's awesome. I think he always has a good, strong team, and I thought that the Lindenwood coach went to Tech, right? Am I?
Yeah.
So they're kind of I don't want to say rebuilding, but they're
they're not getting off spot.
So that was a little surprising. I hope they rebound, or maybe it's just rust like everybody else, but that was surprising to me.
The thing, me and Cam before our game watched a little bit of the Bemidji game. Prayers for Adam Fleming. He got smoked, and got stretchered off. But besides that, they do look like a team that's going to finish 9th. So, I think my prediction's right. They are playing against a St. Cloud team that was pretty bad. And St. Cloud made them look pretty silly. So they are going to finish 9th. It's going to be a tight race between them and Northern Michigan. But Bemidji's going to finish 9th.
All right.
I'm going to say that every episode until it happens. I'm speaking this into existence.
So, stupid question about the Fleming injury. It looked like he just, it looked like he got knocked out cold. So was the stretcher like precautionary, or
I don't know?
Was there a neck thing?
Probably.
Okay. I was trying to look at Jared Ribedo's Twitter, because like obviously he was there. He's talking to Sartori after the game. There's no update on him after the game. I haven't seen anything since.
I know he did give the crowd 2 thumbs up according to the announcer. They didn't, obviously, as they should. They didn't show anything or anything. They didn't replay it. which I thought was good because a lot of the times they replay this stuff. But it looked like Flameng went in to make contact. He initiated contact, it looked like to me and Cam. And then
he kind of got
went
reverse
into the
hit.
boards weird. He got reverse hit. But I don't know how you can reverse hit checking from behind. Like, that just doesn't make, like, it's just a really weird play to me.
Yeah, 5 and a 10 resulted of it. And I mean, I'm not going to be the guy that's like, oh yeah, don't give a penalty on the injured guy. But I mean, didn't really seem like it deserved much of a penalty. Maybe a 2-minute boarding or something. But
I don't know. Obviously,
a 5 in a game was bad. But
they might have had better angles and saw something we didn't.
It's true.
We obviously had that one angle, and they only showed it once.
Good point.
But he just went in weird, and like he put up like the T-Rex hands, and you knew he was out.
Yeah, he just fell over.
Yeah, so. he was out, and his teammates reacted immediately. Shout out his teammates and the St. Cloud trainers.
Yeah,
who were out there.
She was out there quick, so that was really good response there.
Scary situation, but
yeah, for sure.
Obviously, it was kind of the same, similar to with what Ice did last year, where he just got knocked out, but against them. So
Well, I mean, I don't think we have anything much more for scores. Obviously, we're not even going to look at national rankings, pairwise, all that stuff. I mean, national rankings won't be out till tomorrow. Pairwise stuff is pointless to look at right now, and there's no CCHA standings. So we'll skip over this portion of the show for this week, and probably next week as well. But I think that means it's time to send it over to our player guest for this week. It's time for this week's interview, which is always going to be brought to you by Mavericks Sports Grill. Located on Front Street, Mavericks is just a short walk away from the Mayo, making it the perfect spot for a pregame meal and drink, or if you're Jets, going down there for a nice away game meal and watch party. With penalty box booths, more Maverick memorabilia than the bookstore, fantastic food, a mini Jumbotron, a wide variety of drinks, you will feel right at home as a member of the Mav fam. Be sure to stop in next time you're hanging out downtown Mankato. Let's start over to this week's guest. Now joining the show is a Green Bay, Wisconsin native who transferred to the Mavericks in the offseason from the University of Wisconsin. After coming up through the Notre Dame Academy in the Wisconsin High School League, he spent 3 years in the USHL, logging over 130 games with the Green Bay Gamblers and the Sioux City Musketeers. Welcome to the Chattin Mavericks podcast, Sawyer Scholl. Sawyer, what's going on, man? Heck of a start in that first game this weekend.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me on. I'm excited to talk.
Yeah. No, I mean, let's just start out before I throw it over to these guys. I mean, kind of takeaways from the weekend. Obviously, 2 very different games, but I mean, for you personally, that was kind of gone much better in your first shift there.
Yeah, no, that was super fortunate. I was so nervous going on the game just because it's new everything, right? So like just blacking out on the blue line, like during the anthem, and then finally doing the first shift. Like, I mean, I could run through a wall before going on. And of course, just good bounces, and then happened with to have what happened. So it was super nice to have.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll Big Bag, I'll throw it right to you. You can kick us off here.
Well, yeah, you got the first goal of the season. So I'm curious, does the team do some sort of pot that involves something within NCAA guidelines? Do you guys kind of have a little contest or bet going on, whether it's money or Skittles or whatever it is you're allowed to do?
No, we don't, but I should say something about that now. See if we can. I mean, no one's going to do anything but bring it up. Should have.
Dang.
Yeah.
How did it feel? I mean, 20 seconds into the game, obviously you can score at any moment, but what was going through your head?
Nothing. I just blacked out. When I like just thinking back on, like, I don't even really remember play. I remember sitting in front of net and then just seeing the net. It's like, holy shit. Like, all right, here we go.
Strong bottom hand.
Awesome.
Just
yeah. Seriously, I was lucky.
That was sweet. So, I mean, obviously, the rest of that game, from a viewer standpoint, just kind of looked like it was a first game, right? It was the first game of the season. Just some silly plays here and there. I mean, what was said in between games? What adjustments did you guys need to make off the ice? What was said, after the game and on Saturday before the game? What obviously you guys came out completely different team on Saturday and looked great. I mean, what was said and what adjustments were made there?
Yeah, looking at the game, like we compared the first game, like our scoring chances, we outscored them, we outshot them. I think there were a lot of things that we did well. So, it was important to look at those things and kind of see all right, we did these certain things well, like what was our problem? Or we look back, we need to close a little bit more in the D zone, just gave them a little bit too much time, and like they're a pretty opportunistic team. So like on their little chances that they converted on all of them. I think it's going to happen sometimes. But it was just like, I mean, that was our first test. They played the week before. That was like they had the wrinkles out. So I'm not going to blame it on that entirely, but it's also like, all right, that was our first true test of adversity and just kind of figuring out what we need to do. Like, look back at the game, watch the film, learn from it, but don't hang our heads. Like we did some really good things and just be ready to get after it the next day and come out hot, which we did. So
Yeah. No, absolutely. You guys, obviously Saturday, much different story. You guys looked great. So it was fun to watch. Juts, I'll throw it right to you, buddy.
Yeah, so we're gonna throw it way back to the childhood here. What drew you to hockey? What got you into hockey? How did you first slice them up?
okay. Yeah, I think my cousin, so I'm from a small town in Medford, Wisconsin. It's just a small little country town. Grew up there. My cousins played. I mean, we have high school hockey there, but that's really about it. Like nothing too serious. So cousins played. My parents did not play, not athletes. Just kind of got lucky. I was pretty good from the start and kind of kept going with that. And then like just being younger, like I'd play over in Wausau because just in my hometown, it's if I wanted to be a little better, I'd go find better competition. So played when I was younger in Everest when I was like 10. So we'd travel 2 nights a week, an hour, just go practice and whatnot. And then junior gamblers was AAA. That's like our first thing. Like everyone in Wisconsin, I don't know, like my birth group, we had a pretty good O2 birth group. So everyone, I guess we kind of got like, you kind of get to know people throughout just playing and whatnot. You figure out who's kind of like good and who's going to like go and transfer, like not transfer, but go and play for these AAA teams when you're younger versus staying and playing youth programs. Right. So we went and did junior gamblers for 2-3 years. And, before we, like all these guys that I played with growing up, we went there, they were like, on the last teams in the nation. And then the next year we got on there, we had a full new team and we were top 10 that first year, and then just kind of stuck with that group. It was basically the same group for 3 years in those junior rankings. We did really well there. And I think just having like playing against each other when you're younger, like for those good kids, we really helped develop our age group. Like Jacob Conrad, we've been playing together since we were 12. He was on that team with me. It's just like small world, right? But, and then from there, I did 1 year of high school with my brother because he's a senior goaltender. So it was super fun. And just in the hometown, that was one of my favorite years of high school. And then after that, he graduated and, it was kind of like a decision, are we going to go somewhere like, what's our plan? Like if you stay here, it's whatever. I think my dad like talked to me about something like we can either transfer, or you can get like a Jeep Wrangler because I wanted a Jeep Wrangler so bad for some reason with a younger kid. I was like, yeah, all right, maybe I'll soak the Wrangler and, figure out where to go. So ended up at Notre Dame, and for 3 years, that was my best memories playing hockey. So Corey was there.
Yeah.
Conrad was there. Just unbelievable time there.
Yeah, I think Big Bag, that translates well into one of your questions. It's perfect transition there.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're kind of a broken record when we talk to some guys and want to hear their stories about kind of how they ended up in Mankato. But I think yours is kind of unique. You had mentioned you've been playing with Jay Conrad for, I think you said since you were 12, and you played for McCracken at Notre Dame, and Wardo was the general manager at Sioux City while you were there. I mean, was it kind of like the first call you made, the first idea you had when you decided you were going to leave Wisconsin? I mean, the connection, there's so many connections there. It's hard to believe that it wouldn't be the first place you'd look. But I mean, can you walk us through that? Did you talk to Jake? Did you talk to Corey? I mean, how did that all play out?
So, I mean, we couldn't really do anything like within the recruiting because all the rules and whatnot.
Yeah.
But so Jacob went there, he transferred, and we were talking, I was like, oh, it's awesome. Like, I get to be with Corey. Like, how cool is that? And he was at Lake State, and, he's coming to Mankato, which is, a much better setup for him. So that was super cool. In the background, I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. And like, I was in a spot where kind of, wasn't the greatest situation, whatever. So things happened. I was like, I got to go to Mankato. Like, there's no way I'm not going to go play for Corey and Luke and, Wardo. And then one of my best friends is here too. It's like, it's just been, it was like the easiest decision I've ever, made. So It was
Yeah.
like a lot of people have some maybe brutal transfer like stories, but mine was so easy. Like it was no thought whatsoever. So
Yeah.
super nice that way.
So
Yeah,
and we're
Go for it.
so we're not really involved. I mean, we don't get to see like the true behind the scenes stuff. We just get to see what we see on Twitter. And based on, I did some research because I was trying to figure out the timeline earlier today, and it had looked like you had been announced before Jacob, or was it the other way around? Like he went there first and then you went?
Jacob was there first, but I mean, who knows how they like
Yeah.
process it or whatever. Like you look at the one like transfer site and like I don't know how true they are to their things. 'Cause I don't even know
Okay.
who runs it. If it's like
Right.
someone just in their basement doing it or whatnot. But I don't know. How
It's actually Judd's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Colin's doing it right now, actually, apparently.
Scrolling through Tinder.
Sitting here
But
trying
yeah,
not to go home.
Jacob was there first.
Okay.
When we had Coach on, at the end of last season, kind of the middle of the summer, he talked about you and Conrad were pretty pumped and, maybe looking to bring a boat over. Did you guys end up finding a boat? Did you guys get into some fishing over here yet? Or are you still looking?
Still minimal. I mean, we have all these huge thoughts, like we want to build a mansion when we get here, like all these things, right? It's like a setup ever, but it's kind of hard to get things to come true. But I mean, we're pretty like he's an outdoorsman. I'm starting to get into more and enjoying it. Like we brought our shotguns down. We want to go pheasant hunting when we have time off. Fishing, we've gone just like little, the ponds that we do on the boat. So it's really not that great, just shoreline fishing. But I mean, once we get some more time here, like once we get settled in, we'll start figuring things out. So
I literally just sold my bass boat on Saturday morning, so I'm a little late to the game. I could have hooked you guys up.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll figure it out.
Well, you can. There's a good guide. Ralph's went shooting last year. We got to see all the content out of that, so he can probably go some spots.
I think I'm gonna pass on that. I think he like hunting last year, and like someone said he brought his pellet gun. He was just walking around with the boys.
Yeah,
he just like vibe, which is what you want too. So
Bro,
honestly,
he's a vibes guy for sure.
Do they go out to Medelia?
I don't know.
Okay.
I know there was some talk about like some of the guys get to know like just people around the community, like as you guys know, and there have been several people that said like, yeah, you guys can come to our land and whatnot. Like, I mean, we could do public land, but I mean, I did that in Sioux City and we didn't have a dog. We were just walking for miles and like it's just over hunted and whatnot. But
the public land around here is public land around here is pretty. You're pretty much shooting other people at that point.
That's what I kind of figured too. So.
Yeah. My freshman year we cleaned a couple of birds in the dorm kitchen, and we did that once, and the janitor walked by and we had I think we had what did we have in there? I think we had a goose in there at that time, and we had a full spread, and he looked in the window and just kept walking. He's like,
that's awesome.
No, it's out there, but it's pretty I mean, there's a lot going on around here for hunting, so
right. Exactly.
If you can find some private land, it's definitely the way to go. So I got a kind of a funky question here. Did you play with Jake Schmaltz? Did I see that right?
Okay, I'm good buddies with him.
Okay, did you ever meet his cousin Jordan, or is that his brother?
I didn't meet him. I met him. It's his cousin. I met him.
Okay,
he was in Madison. He was training there last summer, and like. You see him around, like he had Wisconsin Breezers, like skating around, making the videos. It's just so funny. And then I saw him outside the rink, and I was like, "Swish, what's up?" or something. He's like, "What's up, fella?" Just like so typical. Like it's literally like it was him. Like his social media is like just what he is as a person.
It's just how he is. Yeah, he's quite the clown.
Yeah, that's Cam's guy right there.
Yeah, I'm a big Home by Three guy. So. Yeah, those guys are hilarious. So hopefully, I'm trying to get him to do a live show here in Cato. I don't think he'll respond to any of my DMs, but
hey, you got to keep shooting. You never know.
Yeah, that's exactly. So go. I mean, I got one here, and then I'll throw it to you, Big Bag. So obviously, playing all this hockey in Wisconsin, I mean, ending up at the Badgers is probably a little bit of a dream scenario for you, right? I mean, that's probably did I have that kind of right?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird, like people have asked me that before, but like growing up, like I never really thought about college, honestly, like just because I was 3.5 hours from Madison, like small town, like I don't really know. I like the Wild growing up, and that was like just kind of who I looked at and whatnot. I didn't really think about it, but then like opportunity became available my first year of junior. It's like, how can I not? How do I like as soon as I call, it's like, holy crap, yeah, we got to do this. Like,
Yeah.
and that's like that's the young, immature. Like a lot of people go through that. Like you see, that decision, and you're just like, how can you say no? And that's kind of what
Right.
happened, which isn't a bad thing at all. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Big Bag? You got one?
Well, so having played at Wisconsin in the Big Ten, you've probably had a couple, 2 or 3 Thursday night games. I can't imagine there's too many people on the Mavs right now who have done that too often. How do you guys prepare for a Thursday game after playing the weekend before?
I mean, it's pretty similar. Like you just know that we've got a quick turnaround. So I mean, we've got like our guys, we do super good job like kind of recording like our load, like how much we're working, what our strain is and whatnot. So they have all these, our heart rate monitors that are keeping track of that. So they'll look at our, what our strain was through the weekend and, what do we need to do in our workout? How long does our practice need to be? What threshold do we need to meet? And then it's just kind of in the mindset like, we're back on the road Wednesday morning, we practice and then we're going. So it's once you get on the road and you get to Madison and it's just another game day. It could be Wednesday, it could be Friday, it could be Sunday.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, in that light, I mean, I hate to state the obvious here, but you're going back to Madison. I mean, have you given that any thought? Is that something you're thinking about? Trying not to think about? I mean, obviously, you had 2 guys just went through it this past weekend going down to Omaha. I mean, is that something running through your mind at all? How are you treating that mentally?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, like once I knew we were playing, like I thought, that's gonna be a really cool opportunity. Like you don't get to
Yeah.
do that often, I feel like. So, but I mean, like I was more worried about Omaha going through. Like I don't want to look ahead, look past something. There's no point in doing that. But now attention's fully turned to Wisconsin and going there and grabbing as many points as we can. So, but it's gonna be a cool opportunity, like to be on the other side of it where I've been for 2 years and just seeing how that is. And I've got a bunch of best friends over there, guys that I'm
Yeah.
super excited to see and catch up with them and whatnot. So it's gonna be a really cool opportunity. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, no, there's going to be obviously there's a lot of hype around this series from our end with, how things went down a few years ago. So, we're, from our end, there's fan buses and there's people driving over in caravans and whatnot. So
For sure.
there's going to be some Maverick fans in the rink for sure. So it's going to be a ton of fun. So
It's gonna be awesome.
yeah. I mean, what did you kind of know about Mankato coming in? I mean, not just as like a hockey program, but as like a town and a place to live in a community. I mean, did you really know much about it? Or once you got here, you kind of learned more, obviously, but
I didn't know much, but I mean, I've known Luke for a while. I've known Corey, like I said, for a long time, and I follow
Yeah.
them. And I mean, I know Luke's message, how he is the Person Mix player, and just stuff like how important the community is, and like, and I'd always see their stuff about the team going out and meeting these people and all this stuff, but like how cool that was, and I was kind of new as a smaller country town, and I'm from a little smaller town, and so
Yeah.
I've kind of resonated with that a little bit, like just knowing it's kind of a similar feel to what I've grown up in, which is super cool. So it was,
yeah.
like I said, like when I made the decision, I was super excited. Once I got here and just like slowly getting used to the town, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. No, sounds like a solid fit. Juts, what do you got?
Yeah. So just kind of changing gears here. What has been your favorite memory or biggest like highlight that you've experienced through your college or your hockey career? It doesn't have to be college. It can be whenever.
I've had a lot. I mean, there's so many different things that have happened, but I think last year we played at Wrigley, the outdoor game, and that was
Yeah.
just insane. Like it was so cold. Like our water was freezing on the bench, but like we had, do-rags on and all this extra stuff. It was just insane. Then walking out, you look back and the crowd is just like filled up and the fireworks, like it was the coolest thing ever. And it was a really
Yeah.
good game, lost in OT, which is super unfortunate, but like still, you're walking back into the dugout down under and you're drinking hot chocolate in between the period. Like it was such a cool experience.
It's like you're a
Yeah.
mite again or something.
It literally was like it was the most fun I've had playing hockey. Like the game was super important, but it was just like holy crap! Like you sit on the bench and then you like I'm sitting with my buddies. I'm like look around, like this is just insane. Like there were so many moments where you're just sitting back and like holy crap, this is so cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, okay. I mean, obviously, I mean, that's probably one of them, but I mean, there's a lot of difference between, schools in the Big Ten and schools in the CCHA, and obviously population is one of them. I mean, what's been the biggest adjustment to coming to a school with 14,000 students, as aside from, whatever this goes up to, like 50 or whatever it's up to now?
It's been good. I think so. I've learned over my 2 years in Madison, like it was so like I loved it there and really good spot, but it's the opposite of Mankato. Like it is a concrete jungle there. Like it
Yeah.
is just people galore, and you don't. I didn't bring a car there. I had my scooter. I had scooter everywhere,
Oh, wow. Okay.
which is fun. But now, kind of getting older and like, all right, this is I'm getting sick of this a little bit. I miss driving my car. I miss going when I can like just go and do whatever I want, and coming back to the smaller little city vibe, which is I found out is what I enjoy a little more. So
Yeah. No, probably a little bit of a welcome change.
Yep.
Big Bag, you got any more?
Oh, I got a few more.
Yeah, we gotta get
How
on
much
the
time do we
Wisco.
have?
I was gonna say we gotta
worry.
get on the Green Bay Wisco segment
keep
here.
them going.
Well,
Yeah.
not just yet. I got a more important question.
Okay.
What's the scouting report on Cam as a goalie in the 3-on-3 game?
Oh, no.
I've had 2 scout reports on him. We did the camp, and you were there, Big Bag, which is fun.
Sort of.
Yeah. I was talking to Cam. I was like, I had no idea you guys were goalies. Like that was not what I was expecting.
I'm not.
This is his 5th time skating or whatever, which is so awesome. I was loving it. I was eating it up.
That's great.
Yeah,
And then we had the the 3-on-3, which is so cool. And then we were the second game, and the guys were coming in. They were just pissed off. One team was so rattled. They're like, everyone's shooting 5-hole. The goalies can't save a 5-hole shot. Just shoot it on the ice. Just get over the line and shoot it on the ice. It's so funny. But I had a breakaway against Cam. I'm like, yep, I'm going 5-hole for sure. And he stuffed me. So
there we
stuffed me
go.
on the rebound
Hey-o.
too.
Yep. That's how you get them. Let in 15 goals 5-hole, and then the 16th guy will go 5-hole, and you'll make it.
That was so funny. I was loving that. That was a good time both those times.
Yeah, no, that was sweet. That was a lot of fun. Even if I couldn't feel my legs, next 3 days.
He
But
was rough right after.
it's what beer's for, right? What about all right, Big Bag? Let's do the Wisco segment. What do you got for you Wisconsinites over there?
Cam and Colin you guys can go find something else to do for another minute or
Colin
two.
does that during the show anyway. He's just going to Tinder.
We're gonna talk Packers for a little bit. So
No, that's so dumb. Talk about a good team.
So there it is. Go Pack, go.
I got stuff. You see my closet. My closet, I'd say 70% is from the Packer Pro Shop. That's not a joke.
That's sweet.
Not a joke.
So
I spend an hour and a half every time I'm there.
So just a couple weeks shy of your 9th birthday, the Packers win the Super Bowl, right? What who's your favorite player from that team?
I mean, I love Raji, like Rogers. Even after watching his documentary, I still love him.
Sure.
He's so
Unbelievable.
sick.
He's changed over the years, but he's still a legend. That's
He's
fair.
different, for sure different, which I have nothing against him, but he's just a different cat, and I appreciate him a lot more.
Yeah. How close to the stadium did you live?
Well, so I didn't actually live in Green Bay, so when I was there,
like you said Medford, right? What is that?
Medford is 2.5 hours away.
Oh, okay.
So,
Never mind.
yeah, it's a little bit away. When I played junior there, I lived with, 1 year I lived with one of my best friends' parents while he was at college, and then next year it was another friend's family. So I've been there a lot, and in the summers I'll stay there and train there. That's because this is kind of where all my friends are and whatnot. But it's to the house. I mean, they're 10 minutes away.
Okay.
Short little drive.
That's nice. That's
So
sweet.
what's if you had to choose between these two spots, what would you pick? Kroll's West or Stadium View?
Huh. I hate taking a day at Kroll's West, but I had their burger and I like not like was not as great as people said it was. It might be like maybe an older thing, old times, which is not great. But
Cut the show.
Savior's
This
great
is
time.
over. A Kroll's Butterburger is
I might have
one
had
of
a
the best
bad
burgers.
review. I had a bad review. the cook wasn't up to expectations that day, maybe.
It was Juts cooking in the kitchen that night.
Yeah.
Nah, I make a mean burger. You think my fat ass doesn't know how to cook? I didn't get this way not knowing how to cook.
Fair, I guess.
Last question for me is for Maverick fans heading down to Madison this weekend.
That's what I was going to ask.
One or two places we got to hit up while we're down there?
Good.
Bars or
question.
food?
Both.
Yes.
Put them both together.
Let's see. So I mean, the bars are super fun. You can have a lot of fun wherever you go. I think you should check out. I got to know Wando's, the owner there, Wando, really well. That's right on the corner. Wando's a super cool dude. He's got 2 bars there. So Wando's and then Jay's bar right next to it, which is more of like a sports bar. But both those bars are really cool. I mean, the KK is where we would go a lot. The KK is always a good time. It's a dungeon, no windows, which is
underground.
You don't want to know what time it is.
Underground.
I would say, and then Bratz is iconic. Like that's just cool.
Okay.
Really cool spot to go. For food, there's a lot of good spots down and like by the Capitol.
Yeah, that's where we're staying, I think.
Yeah, Tornado Steakhouse is super good. That's been there for so long. It's a little expensive, but it's such a cool, like, you'd think like the Mafia ran it back in,
so Big Bag's taking us there. Deal.
Yeah,
babe.
Beers on Big Bag.
Dinner on Big Bag.
Yeah, I'd say that was my favorite spot there, Tornado Steakhouse.
Okay. Well, good to know. Yeah, that's gonna be sweet. No, these 2 guys will be both games. I'm only gonna be able to make one because of a wedding. So, hot start for my buddy. Yeah, just scheduling a wedding on.
I don't know.
Mavericks,
the second game might be a stretch. I'm probably gonna get arrested.
The long day. You got to pace it out. You can get some trouble there.
Yeah,
he has already alluded to storming the Capitol. So getting arrested may not be as wild as you think.
No, I said we're gonna storm the Capitol at like 3 a.m, just hammered.
I'm sure they'll let you.
They're gonna be working anyway.
Juts, you got one more question here before we
of course I
loose?
Do. Yeah. So what's a day game day look like for you? What's your are we a superstitious guy? Are we a pregame nap guy? What do we have to do to make sure we're successful on the ice?
For me personally, I try not to be superstitious because I think there's so many external factors that you just can't control. And then if one thing gets messed up, like you can't hold it together, like what are you going to do? Right. So, I mean, I'm super simple about it. Like nothing special. Like if I'm tired, I'll take a 30-minute nap. Probably won't go longer than that. I don't think you're supposed to. Just chill out, I'll watch some TV, watch some Netflix, try to stay off my phone as much as I can. Just kind of chill, maybe do some visualization, little things that you try to get advantage on, and then show up to the rink, chill out. We'll play some sewer, cup of coffee, get some more caffeine before the game, and try to dial it in.
Perfect. Sounds pretty doable. You before we cut you loose, you got anything else you want to say? Any questions for us? Anything left on the Chat Mavericks podcast here?
Nothing much. Thank you guys I appreciate you guys, just seeing you guys out in the city and talking to you guys and stuff. It's been super fun to get to know you guys pretty well. So
yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. You guys are fun to watch and we love support. And so it's
for sure.
It's just an excuse to have beers downtown Mankato at the end of the day. So
nothing wrong with that.
I need anymore.
Exactly. Well, Sawyer, best of luck this weekend. A little bit of a homecoming for you. So have fun with that, and we'll see you around here in Cato. Have a good one.
Perfect. Thanks, boys.
Awesome. Thank
you.
All right, Maverick fans, that was Sawyer Scholl. Awesome interview. Huge shout out for him to coming on. Obviously, every guy that comes on, they're taking time out of their Sunday to hop on and take some time to talk with us and we share with you guys. So extend our thanks to him as always. Awesome interview though. Not another Wisconsin guy for Big Bag to grill on restaurants and where to go. So and sounds like if you're looking for some good spots to drink and some good food, you got some places to check out there. So with that, let's preview, boys. We've been waiting for this series for forever, since Hastings left, I should say. Let's get into it. Our Fitness for 10 series preview listen up, Maverick Nation. If you have been looking to start your fitness journey, lose weight, gain muscle, get stronger, or you just need a better gym, Fitness for 10 has everything you need. This two-story state-of-the-art fitness facility has every cardio machine, free weight, and fitness class you'll ever need. On top of that, you can relax and recover like a pro with hydro massage, red light therapy, and tanning beds. This has been my personal gym of choice for 5 years. I can personally attest to the incredible vibe, how clean the place is, and that is indeed the coolest gym in town for college kids and local Mankatoians alike. It's not intimidating whatsoever, and if you don't know where to start, on-staff personal trainers are there to help. Memberships start at $10 a month, hence the name. So now the question is, what are you waiting for? Sign up online in just under 5 minutes at fitnessfor10.com. I'll see you there. Guys, we're going to fucking Wisconsin. Holy shit, this is going to be nuts. We got fan buses, we got caravans, we got hotels, we got block section tickets and 206. I mean, oh my goodness, guys. This is the first time since the two teams have played since March 21st, 2013 at the XL Energy Center in a WCHA tournament play-in game. Holy shit. I mean, guys,
206,
this is
you
gonna
want free beer from Big Bag.
206
Full arena beer for free all night.
One beer.
Per period.
You have to find me one. No.
Big Bag, you're 6'7", standing next to a fat kid. They're not all
It's not going to be hard to spot. Just a quick look at Wisconsin here. They have played 3 games, technically 2 non-conference games against Lindenwood and a exhibition against the U.S. under-18 team. They beat Lindenwood 3-0 and then 7-2. And they beat Wisconsin, or they beat the U.S. under-18 team 6-0 in an exhibition game. It doesn't say whether, I'm sure they did some special team stuff and whatever. So I don't know if it was a real game or not. So not a ton of tests. Obviously, they have a couple games under the belt, just like we do. So we're kind of coming in at the same, point in our seasons, which is kind of nice. I mean, obviously not a ton to preview in terms of stats, but I mean, we got a lot of questions here. Are we going to play against Pulver? I mean, who's going to, who's playing where? Who are we going to see from previous Maverick lineups? I mean, it's going to be pretty nuts. I mean, I'll throw it to you, Big Bag. I mean, just thoughts going into the series. Anything you think that is going to be, pertinent or vital information? I mean, what are you thinking going into this one here?
I mean, aside from Scholl, who's going back to Wisconsin, I mean, it seems like this is, from the team perspective, this is more or less just another game. I mean, a lot of these guys weren't here when Hastings was here, and but this is a big one for the fans. We've been waiting for this one. We pretty much we were pretty confident this series was going to happen when Hastings left. We just didn't know when.
Yep.
So we've had this circled for quite some time. I think Maverick fans are going to show up in droves. At least I hope they do.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of thought the Badgers would be doing a little bit better than this when we come play them. I thought they'd be, a perennial top 10 team, top 15 team. Not sure if we're going to see that this year. Well, I think wasn't Morrissey and Hensler recruits?
Oh, yeah, that's
that he
true.
took with them.
Yeah, you are right. So. Yeah. So there's that. And then obviously Eli Pulver's there as well. Eli Pulver, I believe, played in the exhibition game against the U.S. team. There's no box score on that, but the other kid played.
I think Phelan was a Maverick recruit too, I believe.
Yeah. Pulver didn't
Daniel Hauser played both games against Lindenwood. So
who did?
He's Daniel Hauser.
So I don't think we'll see Pulver, but unless coach wants to be like, show him why he left, but also if he doesn't, I think it's a little bit weird that Pulver left because it was pretty much guaranteed to be Pulver's not here next year. So I don't know.
Yeah, I was super bummed to see Pulver leave. I really like, obviously his parents were big fans of the show, and I wouldn't be surprised if you're listening to this one. But
he was one of my favorite kids to run into downtown. He was super nice.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was super bummed to see him go. I know, I think Tracy said the same thing. A lot of the guys said the same thing as well. But I mean, you'd have to think that after, this year would have been, I mean, I and obviously only played the one game. I thought he looked great in that one. I think the Bemidji game last year. Really. So, Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, if we see him in net or not. As for other storylines, I mean,
I think we're gonna see him in net because we'll be up so much.
yeah, maybe, yeah, that'd be kind of sweet. Maybe we'll see something there. I mean, other than that, guys, I don't know. I mean, Big Bag, do you have anything more on this here? I mean, this is obvious. I feel like we could talk about this for hours on end, just with how everything went down with Hastings' departure and the hype around the series. But it's just, I mean, it's so early in the season. We don't really have any stat lines to look at. We don't have, anything super crazy. But it's going to be super fun. That's, that's the gist of it.
Yeah. And Scholl gave us the spots we need to go check out. I think I'm not like
we're at one steak dinner on the bus.
let's cool it a little bit with the big bag buying stuff.
So fun for me.
I just I'm not looking at this from like a revenge kind of perspective. I am a little bit.
Not anymore.
For some
right?
people,
it's been so. Yeah.
But it's just going to be so much fun to this is the game we have wanted. I want so many Maverick fans out there just for the fun of the game. Like,
yes,
I want to make this, obviously I hope Hastings sticks around for 10, 15 more years and makes this kind of like an annual fun game. And I want it to be, a good showing from both teams. Like when they come out to Mankato next year, I want there to be a lot of Badger fans because I think this can be a fun series.
It could be a really good rivalry. Yeah.
I just hope it lives up to the hype.
Yeah. When you think about like just from a department standpoint, sending, when you look at non-conferences, stuff like that, not trying to spend a ton of money on travel, it's a 4-hour drive. I'm kind of surprised they haven't played more in past years non-conference, just, for just because of location. So it'll be nice to have another regional foe to go against.
Like Wisconsin, St. Thomas, and like Omaha be like our mainstays for non-conference. Then we can sprinkle in someone a different, like a North Dakota every couple of years, a Gophers every couple of years.
Yeah. No, you would think, but no, it's gonna be exciting. And I mean, at the end of the day, too, we're playing a Big Ten team who's gonna have you would think a decent schedule against other teams that are going to do well in terms of a pairwise or RPI, whatever that is this year. I mean, so that's good too. It's an opportunity to pick up some wins against a team that, whether they do good or not, they're more than likely going to have some wins along the way this year that are going to look good for us pairwise.
That's a really good point. I mean, honestly, I haven't looked past the idea that we're playing against Hastings and Tassie and Fitzgerald. I haven't even looked past and even looked at the fact that we're playing a road Big Ten team.
Yeah.
Like that's a big deal.
Yeah, no, it is. So I mean, it's exciting. I'm pumped. Obviously, I'm even more pumped that my best friend's getting married. I'm even more pissed off that it's on the same.
No, you're not. I don't buy that
on
at
the
all.
same weekend, but it's is what it is. We're getting to one. We're getting to one game. That's all that matters. Shout out.
Big Bag are gonna magically appear at that wedding after going to the Saturday game. Just getting off. We're gonna have the bus drop us off there.
It's about to be Friday. Friday, yeah. Friday game.
Friday. Yeah, Friday.
Are you the best man?
Nope.
I'm a backup best man, just like my hockey career.
So
is this a touchy subject?
No, it's not. No, it's not. His brother's.
Him and I had a moment last night. He's like, I really wish I was the best man. Started crying in the man cave. He started crying in the man cave about it.
Yeah. Actually, the tears are still on the floor as we speak. So that's pretty dope.
It was a really touching moment.
Yeah, you were very.
I was just
touchy,
glad I could be there more in that moment.
Well, thanks for nothing, Joey.
Yeah.
Right? Look at the Mavs schedule before you get married, loser.
It's tough too. It's almost the Mavs' fault because they scheduled it. The wedding was scheduled before the series was scheduled. So
it's a Friday and a Saturday. You should just got married on a Sunday like all the girl on a Saturday.
At least it wasn't the home opener. I guess I don't know.
Get married in 2:06 in between the first and second period.
Big Bag
that would be sick.
Big Bag, whenever I find a lady, he's gonna be my
he can officiate the wedding.
Officiate my wedding. He can officiate yours for practice.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
There you go.
You just want some screen time here? What are we doing?
Unbelievable. Well, I mean, you guys got anything more? It's going to be exciting. Can't wait to see the droves of Mav fans at the game and afterwards and beforehand. So I'm hoping they put something together, maybe a little
like
like
pregame bar.
Maverick.
We can,
whatever.
We can put it together and just tweet it out.
Dinner.
Yeah, just like an impromptu. Hey, everybody, this is. I mean, we'll be sitting for 5 hours with 30 other people on the bus. We can at least get something going.
We can figure something out. So. But yeah, let's. I mean, you guys got anything more? If not, we have one X question that we can get to.
Just to set the tone for the bus trip, I'm gonna take a poo right at the start of the bus trip on the bus.
All right,
set the tone.
Juts will not be allowed on the bus until he goes to the bathroom. Oh man, Boblin Mavericks is wondering how many Mav fans do you project to be at the Wisconsin games this Thursday and Friday?
I got over under 350.
Oh wow!
I would say 200 because there's like 30 going on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? I got over under 350. I'll take 200.
No, I was saying that's a lot. Like, I'm just saying, let's move it to 200.
Okay.
350 is a lofty goal, Herb.
Yeah.
I was thinking, 200.
Lofty goal, Herb.
Oh, God.
I'd love it if we filled up an entire section.
Yeah.
I know. I think 206 will be.
It gets in 206. Let's take over 206.
Sure.
Yeah.
Big Bay will be
I think we're gonna have a good showing. I think it's gonna be exciting. I mean, there's probably Mavs fans in Chicago that this is probably the closest game for them. So you got to think of like a regional standpoint too. There's gonna be people that are just looking to get there.
About 200 people is a good.
All right, Mav guy is going 200. So we're gonna make him count Mav jerseys in between periods.
I'll do it.
I'll see what he comes up.
I'll jack the PA system and be like, every Mav fan, stay still. Head count. 1, 2. Nope, you took your hat off. 1, 2. Stop moving.
All right. Well, what do you guys got? You got anything more for episode 4 here, season 2 of Chattin Mavericks podcast? Big bag. Anything? Any last words here for the big series?
No, I'm pumped.
Yeah, it's gonna be
no farting on the bus.
No farting on the bus.
I'm pooping.
This is to the larger people listening. The bigger group, the other 28 people who are going to be on the bus. No farting.
No farting on the bus. That's a good one to end on. Everyone, thank you for tuning into the Chattin Mavericks podcast. Again, we thank everyone for tuning in. Thank you to Scholl for coming on the show this week, and we hope everyone has a great time in Madison. We'll talk to you guys next week. As always, roll Mavs. Woo!
Thank you for tuning in to the Chattin Mavericks podcast. Please be sure to leave a review, subscribe, and share. Roll Mavs.